Hey friends, this is Carl, and of course you are watching a video from my channel CJ Talks, and I greatly appreciate it. And I especially would like to thank my Lord Jesus Christ for giving me the wisdom and the knowledge to share this information with you. And I hope it is a blessing to you, and I guess we will go ahead and start into this. As I said in my last video, I am going to explain the temperament of the choleric. And in this video and in the other videos where I explain the other three temperaments, I am going to be doing this flip screen to show you a template that I have created, and I am working on a way that I can get these templates out to you so that you can use them for your own self-evaluation, as it were, and maybe it will help you to identify what particular temperament your personality falls under. So, I'm going to do the flip screen, so I am not going to be looking in the camera. Hold on a second. Let me see if I'm there yet. Okay, we are in there right now. So what we're going to be looking at, this is a standardized template that I have created for each of the four temperaments. If you look toward the top, I've identified the temperament type, and I also listed the humor that it's associated with. The humor is what Hippocrates actually identified with each person, and the actual temperament was coined by none other than Galenus, a physician of around 200 AD. So if you want to do further studies on this, you're welcome to do that. The first one is the choleric, and this individual is actually an extrovert, and beside this I have put the Myers-Briggs type indicator of the four personality traits that an individual may possess. So if you go into Google and type in MBTI and one of these four traits, then you will find some additional information as to how these personalities could actually be a part of your being. As you notice, I have got two columns in each of these templates. One is the strength of the choleric. The other one is the weakness of the choleric. And we're just going to look over some of the traits that each of the temperament personalities possess. With the choleric is an individual who, of course, is extroverted, and the choleric is basically the person that is considered a born leader. He is considered the person who is a big picture person. The choleric is not one for looking at details. They could care less about micromanaging stuff. They are a macro manager. They are the innovators, they are the visionaries, they are the leaders of this world that we live in. And their strength lies in the fact that they are confident, that they are strong-willed, that they are dynamic, and they are active in the home environment. They are very strong in leadership skills. They know how to motivate their families. At work, they are seriously goal-oriented. They see the whole picture. They're well organized. They are the go-getters in a work environment. They are the ones who will create a structure in which their leadership can be developed further. Now, as a friend, they are not very good at maintaining friendships. They don't see a need for other people because they view them as possibly inferior to their thinking. They are very strong-minded and strong-willed when it comes to swaying friends. Now, let's look at the weaknesses of the choleric, because this is equally as important. As you see the strengths of them, there are some very good qualities or characteristics that make them who they are, but they also have their weaknesses. Looking at their emotional state, you'll see that they tend to be very bossy. They're quick-tempered. They are definitely people who would need to seek anger management help. So they are impetuous. They move with their hearts and their heads, and they're quick to make decisions, which other personalities may not be that quick to do so. They are very emotionless as an individual, and they do not know how to respond with other personalities who vent themselves through tears and emotional, I don't want to say trauma, emotional responses. They don't understand it. They have a difficulty in relating to people that they may consider to be weak individuals. Now, in the home environment, and I have to kind of preface this a little bit, because when I was growing up as a child, we had a stepfather who was definitely choleric, and he was very dominant in the family structure that I lived in. He was always critiquing us on how we couldn't think and do things according to himself. You know, he was an individual who actually got upset when we dropped the ball as children and we failed to excel in our abilities. So that's just one of the things that I had to deal with as I dealt with a choleric at a young age. One of the weaknesses that cholerics seem to have in the work area is they do not analyze details. They could care less about the little things of a project. They, like I said earlier, they are big picture oriented people. They are the ones who will come up with the big idea, and they would leave it up to others to kind of work through the micromanaging of getting that job done. At work, they will be tactless and they will be rude. They are very demanding. They are very, very work oriented. Work to them is probably the most important thing in their life, because they are goal setters. They want certain things to be done. Now, as a friend, they may tend to use other people and dominate others. They have no problem in making decisions for others and telling you what for if you make those wrong decisions. A choleric does not have the ability or the thought of saying that they are sorry if they have committed some indiscretion, or if they hurt your feelings or whatever. They are very unsympathetic when it comes to dealing with others. Now, the reason that we need the cholerics is we do need those individuals with strong leadership skills. It's imperative. Otherwise, if there were no leaders in this world, then would we really get anything done? That's just what I'm saying. You know, they are very focused. Their mindset is on bettering the world. You know, they look at the big picture and how they can improve the world, even if it's at the expense of others. So I'm going to let you look over this for a few seconds before I sign off. Excuse me, but like I said earlier, I'm going to try to figure out how to put these templates on some media platform or social media platform where you can obtain access to them and make copies for you to see if maybe you fall into this particular temperament. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one now, and we are going to actually do a study on the next temperament, which is also an extrovert. And you will probably notice that I have a lot of qualities and traits that this particular temperament has. So without further ado, let me just explain that we're going to talk next about the sanguine. So let me get you back to my screen of me. Am I there? Yeah, I guess I'm there now. So I appreciate you watching this video. I hope this one particular temperament, I've given you enough examples and enough traits to see if maybe you actually qualify as a choleric by looking over the strengths and weaknesses of that particular temperament. So, until the next video, may God bless you and you be safe. And we will talk again.